Hi everyone, welcome to the Not Too Shabby YouTube channel. This is Dalis, but you might know me as Stamper Girl. Today I'm going to be using the Not Too Shabby December 2023 box of the month to create this watercolor look card, in addition to some of the beautiful embellishments that come in this kit. For this time around, I will be using the Love is a Gift pattern paper that is part of the December box of the month. I will be using the coordinating ephemera, and I'm going to be using, I have two of the sets here out of the three, but I only end up using the Hugs and Kisses one. The first set that I'm using is the XOXO stamp set, and I'm going to be making that amazing watercolory look background. Let's get started. Remember, this is just partial of the box of the month, December 2023 from Not Too Shabby. I'm going to be using, again, the Love is a Gift pattern paper. Love the coloring on this one with that gold. The XOXO set, and I was planning to use the Hugs and Kisses, but I end up not using that one, and using the Love is a Gift ephemera. This Love is a Gift ephemera goes the Love is a Gift pattern paper. I am bringing two pieces of cardstock. I was planning to do 2 cards, but then I fell in love with the look of that cream vanilla colored cardstock, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start again with the XOXO stamp set, and I am actually grabbing some of the smaller filler stamps to create my background. So this pattern paper, Love is a Gift, has a lot of different values of pinks, and the slate gray, which I adore, and then like a vanilla yellow gold color. I'm going to get the strip of hearts. I'm going to get the solid heart. I'm going to get also the one that says Hugs and the word that says XOXO. So here you see me getting my stamps out, and I'm just getting a look of how it would look as a background, and I actually like it. Even though I usually pick odd number of stamps, this is an even number, but I am okay with it. So I am going to bring my slate dye base ink. It's like a really nice gray. I'm going to put some of my stamps on my block, and you'll notice that take the ones with the sentiments out. And I have one on each side of my stamp. I'm going to bring my water bottle, and again, just a spray bottle with water, spray my card. I'm going to make it really nice and wet, and I'm actually spraying it outside and outside the view because I didn't want to get all this super wet. And you see there's droplets. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything with this. I'm not going to blot it out. I'm going to let it be. This is not watercolor paper. This is just regular cardstock that has, it's not a card base. It's a panel that has these lines that make it super formal. So you'll see me, I will cut these out. So that's the slate color that I've been mentioning that is part of this Love is a Gift. And it matches perfectly my stamp pad. This stamp pad, you can remove the lid, which makes it very convenient to just not be in the way. So I'm going to bring my solid heart here, and I'm just going to stamp it away, okay? And yes, it's going to kind of bleed a little bit, and that is totally fine. You see me every once in a while, I will clean it up. It's just because it has a lot of water, and I don't want to introduce water into my pad. And then once I feel like I have covered enough, and do note that I am rotating my panel, and every once in a while I'll rotate my stamp too to get a fun, interesting look on my card. Then I will move to the outline of the, I think it's 4 hearts that are stringed together. See me putting it there, and then I realize, wait, I haven't stamped my other stamps, and I actually move. I like removing the lid up there. It's just, I feel like I can put that bigger size block in easier to grab some ink and I am just stamping my heart out. Some of them are going to be more clear, the lines. Others where there's more water, it's going to have a more of a watercolor effect. And I can't even believe how perfect of a match this ink pad is to the colors on this paper pad. This just makes me so, so happy. Okay, now that I'm ready for my sentiment stamps, again, I'm putting one on each side of my acrylic block, and I am bringing more water. This piece of cardstock is just like soaking in all the water, and I love it. So I'm now going to start with the hugs, and this is really going to bleed. It's going to give it almost like a graffiti look, which I'm really excited about. So I'm just rotating the paper. Every once in a while, I'll rotate also my stamp. Now that I am done with all my sentiments, I'm actually going to bring even more water into the mix. And this is like soaking wet. This is super, super wet. And I am okay with that because I actually want the colors to move. And it's giving me, again, like I said, a very graffiti watercolor look. I'm going to bring my paper towel and I'm just going to dab it a little bit, pulling out. And it's just going to get all the like big blobs of water. And now I'm going to dry it up with my heat gun. Before I even bring my heat gun, I decide that I want some splatter. I usually do not do red splatter, but I thought that since there was already so much wicking in here, it wouldn't look like a murder scene. Because that's why I'm always afraid with red splatter. So I'm adding a little bit of water to my lid, and you did notice how I pressed my lid into my ink pad while it was closed to transfer some of the ink to my lid. Now I'm going to bring a paintbrush and just splatter around. Then I'll bring some golden color acrylic paint that I am going to mix with water and do some additional splatters. This particular golden acrylic paint, it's a little bit dry, so I have to work it out with a little bit of either a palette knife. But as soon as you add the water and you work it out, it works perfectly to splatter and do anything else. And you'll see me even bring a piece of, actually one of the plastics that holds one of the stamp sets to do a swooshing technique where I put the plastic to the water acrylic mixed and just drag it into in position and put it into my card panel. And I love this. I really wanted to add more of that yellow because the background paper has a lot, this paper set has a lot of that vibrant golden yellow. I'm coming really with my heat gun, and I am not going to put the whole part of me drying it, so I'm cutting it short. But this took a little bit of a while, so I keep flipping it back and forth so it doesn't curl as much as it would usually do. A close-up look, it's so much shimmer in here. I love this panel. Really, truly love it. But it's a little bit too formal, and you'll see me cut down. But now I'm going to figure it out what else is my next step. I'm going to put my stamps away so I don't lose them, because if I leave them in this acrylic block, I will for sure forget that they're there. I'm going to put away my acrylic block and not find it until I need to use a block, which is not my usual stamping way of doing things. Now that my panel is dry, I am going to start thinking of what I want to have this card be. So I am trimming just a little bit and leaving that actual brown frame in my card. And you'll see me later, I change my mind. I end up going way smaller with this card panel because I actually want that Love is a Gift pattern paper that I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick the one with the diamond cutouts. I love every time Not Too Shabby make this type of pattern paper. It's one of the first ones that I use. I don't know what it is. I think it's the quilted look. It might be. I just fall in love with that pattern all over again every time I see it in a paper pack. So I am going to cut this down. You'll see me then cut down the Love is a Gift pattern paper that I'm going to use, but I'm going to show you a few options of what I think it would work. I think it would look amazing with some of the glitter paper. It's like a fall glitter. It's a printed glitter in these, and I am totally and absolutely in love with this. I bring out some of the ephemera, and you'll see me change my mind. I put one of the girls, then I put a girl and a boy in the tree, and the Asian tree. Then I come back to flowers. So this is going to see me, like, all of them work wonderfully. It's just a matter of making a decision and sticking with it. So I'm going to get some of extra rows that stay there. It was a sign, I swear, because I end up using that, and I bring some extra hearts. And you'll see me bring my pattern papers, cut it down. Then I feel like I need a little bit of a division between the two pattern papers. So I put a frame of white. Then I use my Sharpie to make a darker frame for my base, that stamp base that we put so much effort into it, and it just all comes together suddenly. I need to make a few extra cuts to trim this down to what I feel is pleasing to the eye, because I don't want both of the backgrounds to compete. They are very, very strong backgrounds, but I think putting that frame between them really works out, and I decide on going with that white frame because of the white border on my ephemera. And that is the card for today, using the Not Too Shabby December 2023 box of the month. I am hoping you are enjoying it, and that if you like my content, come visit me at Stamper Girl. And remember, don't leave your crafting for tomorrow. Start today.